Your breakfast is making you impotent until you've been told your whole life to start the day with fruit. A banana on the go, a glass of orange juice, maybe a bowl of sweet grapes. It's the picture of a healthy start, right? The vibrant colors, the natural sweetness, the vitamins. It seems like the perfect way to fuel your body for the day ahead. But what if that healthy breakfast is quietly wrecking your performance in the bedroom? What if that simple, well-intentioned habit is one of the main reasons you're struggling with erectile dysfunction? It's a shocking thought, and one that goes against decades of conventional wisdom. Now, before you throw out every piece of fruit in your kitchen, let's be crystal clear. The fruit itself isn't the villain here. The problem isn't the apple or the banana. The problem is that you're eating them all by themselves. And that daily solo performance is creating a metabolic storm inside your body that directly torpedoes your ability to perform. When you eat fruit alone, especially high sugar fruit, you're setting off a biological chain reaction that ends with damaged blood vessels and hormonal chaos. Today, we're not just going to show you this hidden connection. We're going to dissect it piece by piece. We'll explore the science of blood sugar, the crucial role of a molecule called nitric oxide, and how a simple shift in your breakfast habits can have profound effects on your sexual health. We'll give you the exact game plan to fix it, starting with your very next meal. This is about transforming your understanding of a healthy diet and using food as a powerful tool for wellness. Section 1, the solo, fruit mistake and the blood sugar roller coaster. So, what does this actually look like? In the real world, picture a typical morning. You're in a rush. You grab a banana, especially a ripe one that's packed with sugar, and you eat it on its own. Or maybe you chug a big glass of orange juice, thinking you're getting a great dose of vitamin C. You get a quick jolt of energy and think, you've done something good for your body. Here's what's really going on. When you eat a high-sugar food like a banana or fruit juice all by itself, your digestive system gets to work at lightning speed. There's no protein, fat, and hardly any fiber to slow it down. This makes the sugar hit your bloodstream like a tidal wave. We call this a blood sugar spike. In response to this sugar flood, your pancreas scrambles, pumping out a massive amount of insulin to get that sugar out of your blood and into your cells. Insulin's job is to manage blood glucose, but when it's forced to deal with such a sudden and massive influx, it overcompensates. After this huge insulin surge comes the inevitable crash. Your blood sugar plummets, leaving you tired, foggy, and hungry again just an hour or two later. This is that mid-morning slump that so many people experience, reaching for another coffee or a sugary snack to get by. Doing this once in a while isn't a big deal. The body is resilient. But for millions of guys, this is a daily ritual. Breakfast, day after day, is a solo piece of fruit or a glass of juice. This constant cycle of spiking and crashing your blood sugar leads to a much more sinister problem over time. Insulin resistance. This is when your body's cells start ignoring insulin signals. Think of it like someone constantly shouting at you. Eventually, you start to tune them out. Your cells, bombarded by insulin day after day, become less responsive. Your pancreas has to work harder and harder, pumping out more and more insulin just to do the same job. This state of chronically high insulin, known as hyperinsulinemia, doesn't just put you on the fast track to type 2 diabetes. It is a direct attack on your ability to get an erection. Section 2, the vascular link. How insulin resistance kills erections. At the end of the day, an erection is all about blood flow. It's a cardiovascular event. For an erection to happen, the delicate blood vessels in your penis have to relax and open up, letting blood rush in. The single most important molecule that makes this happen is called nitric oxide. Nitric oxide is the master signal that tells your arteries to chill out and widen. Without enough nitric oxide, your blood vessels stay tight and blood flow is seriously restricted. This doesn't just affect your penis. It affects your entire cardiovascular system, from your heart to your brain. And this is where insulin resistance delivers a devastating blow. Constantly high insulin levels are catastrophic for your blood vessels. They lead to something called endothelial dysfunction. The endothelium is the fragile, single-cell thick lining of all your blood vessels. It's where nitric oxide gets made. Insulin resistance damages this lining, crippling its ability to produce the nitric oxide you need. For a firm erection, chronic high insulin can impair the signaling pathways that produce nitric oxide, effectively turning off the relax and open switch for your arteries. Think of your breakfast routine as a chain reaction. The solo fruit causes a blood sugar spike. Repeated spikes cause insulin resistance. Insulin resistance damages your blood vessels. Damaged blood vessels can't make enough nitric oxide. The end result? Blood can't get where it needs to go when it needs to get there. This isn't just a theory. It's a well-known medical fact. Erectile dysfunction is now seen as an early warning sign for bigger heart problems down the road. A meta-analysis of multiple studies found that men with ED have a significantly increased risk, 48% of cardiovascular disease. The small, sensitive arteries in the penis are often the first to show damage from poor metabolic health. What starts as a problem in the bedroom is often the canary in the coal mine for a future heart attack or stroke. Section 3. The inflammation connection and your immune system. The damage from insulin resistance doesn't stop at the blood vessels. This state of metabolic chaos also triggers chronic, low-grade inflammation throughout your body, putting your immune system on high alert. When your body is constantly dealing with high blood sugar and high insulin, it perceives this as a state of stress. This activates the immune system, which releases inflammatory molecules called cytokines. Originally, this inflammatory response is protective, but when it's activated day after day by poor dietary choices, it becomes a chronic problem. This persistent inflammation further damages the endothelial lining of your blood vessels, making them even less capable of producing nitric oxide. It's a vicious cycle. Insulin resistance causes inflammation, and inflammation worsens insulin resistance. This is where the idea of immune-boosting foods comes into play, but perhaps not in the way you think. It's not about just eating a few specific superfoods. It's about adopting an overall dietary pattern that reduces inflammation. A healthy diet rich in anti-inflammatory compounds helps to calm this overactive immune response, protecting your blood vessels and improving insulin sensitivity. By managing inflammation, you are directly supporting the mechanisms that allow for a healthy erection. Section 4. The gut microbiome, your second brain and sexual health. The story gets even deeper. When we look at your gut, the trillions of bacteria living in your digestive tract, known as the gut microbiome, play a surprisingly critical role in everything from your mood to your metabolic health, and yes, your erectile function. An unhealthy diet, particularly when high in sugar and processed foods, can lead to a state of imbalance in your gut bacteria, a condition called dysbiosis. This imbalance can have far-reaching consequences. Certain unhealthy bacteria can increase inflammation throughout the body and even contribute to insulin resistance. Emerging research shows a direct link between the health of the gut microbiome and erectile dysfunction. An imbalanced gut can lead to increased intestinal permeability or leaky gut, allowing inflammatory compounds to enter the bloodstream, further damaging blood vessels. Moreover, the gut microbiota is involved in producing key neurotransmitters and regulating hormones, including testosterone, all of which are crucial for sexual function. For example, studies have identified specific bacterial families that are associated with a higher risk of ED, while others appear to be protective. Therefore, creating a healthy diet isn't just about feeding your body's cells. It's also about nourishing the beneficial bacteria in your gut. Section 5. The fruit paradox. Meet the flavonoid fighters by now. You might be thinking the answer is to just avoid fruit altogether, but that would be a huge mistake. The story is more interesting than that. While eating high-sugar fruit alone is a problem, many fruits are actually powerful weapons in the fight against erectile dysfunction. They are a cornerstone of natural remedies for vascular health. The secret is in a group of plant compounds called flavonoids. Flavonoids are powerful antioxidants found in colorful fruits and veggies, and they are absolute superstars for your erections. Major studies have shown a clear link between a diet high in flavonoids and a much lower risk of added. Landmark study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that men who ate the most flavonoids had a 9% to 11% lower risk of added. Another study showed that simply eating more fruit was linked to a 14% reduced risk. And when combined with exercise, the risk dropped by 21%. The specific flavonoids that gave the most benefits were anthocyanins, flavonones, and flavones. So, where do you find these erection-friendly compounds? Berries. Blueberries, strawberries, blackberries, and cherries are loaded with anthocyanins, the pigments that give them their rich, dark colors. Blueberries are the real MVP here. Citrus fruits, oranges, grapefruits, and lemons are packed with flavonones and flavones, apples and pears. These are also great sources of helpful flavonoids. So here's the great paradox. The very foods you might be scared of because of their sugar are the same foods that contain the tools to protect your vascular health. It all comes down to how you eat them, not if you eat them. Section 6. The solution. The golden rule of building a pro-erection breakfast. The fix is simple, but it's powerful. It's one single rule for every meal you eat. Never let your carbs fly solo. That's it. Never eat a piece of fruit or any other carb without pairing it with a solid source of protein, healthy fats, and fiber. This simple combination is the key to stopping that destructive blood sugar spike. Protein, fat, and fiber slow down the entire digestive process. They act as a brake on how quickly glucose is absorbed into your bloodstream. Instead of a sugar tidal wave, you get a gentle rolling stream of glucose. That means no massive insulin spike, no crash, and no long-term damage to your blood vessels. Just sustained energy and happy hormones. So how do you actually do this? Let's rebuild your breakfast with 3 powerhouse options that exemplify a healthy diet. Breakfast. Option 1, the nitric oxide power smoothie. This isn't your typical sugar bomb smoothie. This is a metabolically balanced machine designed to be an immune-boosting food and a natural remedy for poor blood flow. The base. Start with a cup of unsweetened Greek yogurt for a solid protein punch. The fruit. Add a cup of mixed berries. Blueberries are a must. This gives you those ED-fighting flavonoids with less sugar. The greens. Toss in a big handful of spinach. You won't even taste it, but spinach is rich in nitrates, which your body turns into nitric oxide. The boosters. Add a tablespoon of chia seeds or ground flax seeds for healthy fats and fiber. For an extra kick, add a scoop of your favorite protein powder. Blend it with water or unsweetened almond milk. You've got protein, fat, fiber, and carbs all working together. Breakfast. Option 2, the savory scramble if you like to start your day with something savory. This one's for you. The protein. Scramble up 3 whole eggs, a perfect source of protein and healthy fat. Eggs are also a source of nutrients that can support hormone health. The veggies. While they're scrambling, toss in some chopped bell peppers, onions, and mushrooms. Onions and garlic may also help the body produce testosterone, the healthy fat, Serve the scramble with half an avocado on the side. Avocado is full of heart-healthy fats, potassium, and boron, a mineral linked to testosterone production. The smart carb. Instead of toast, have a small apple or pear on the side. The fiber in the fruit, combined with everything else, ensures a nice slow burn of energy. Breakfast. Option 3. Fortified oatmeal. Oatmeal is great, but most people make it wrong, turning it into a bowl of sugary goo. Here's how to do it right. The grain. Use steel cut or rolled oats, not those instant packets. They have more fiber and a lower glycemic impact. The fortifiers. This is the most critical step. Once it's cooked, stir in a scoop of almond or peanut butter for protein and fat. Add a handful of walnuts for more healthy fats and a sprinkle of cinnamon to help with blood sugar. Walnuts are also a source of L-arginine, a building block for nitric oxide. The fruit. Now you can add your fruit. Top it with half a sliced banana or some berries. Here the fruit is no longer flying solo. It's part of a balanced team that will fuel you for hours without the chaos. Section 7. Beyond. Breakfast. Other natural remedies and lifestyle factors. While rebuilding your breakfast is a crucial first step, creating a truly robust, healthy diet and lifestyle involves a more holistic approach. Let's look at other powerful natural remedies you can employ. Stress management. Chronic stress keeps your stress hormone cortisol elevated. High cortisol can disrupt blood sugar levels, suppress testosterone production, and constrict blood vessels, all of which are detrimental to erectile function. Practices like meditation, deep breathing, getting enough sleep, and regular exercise are not just good for your mind. They are powerful tools for improving insulin sensitivity and hormonal balance. Exercise. Physical activity is one of the most effective ways to improve insulin sensitivity. Exercise helps your muscles use glucose from the blood, reducing the burden on insulin. Both aerobic exercise, like brisk walking or running, and resistance training have been found to be highly beneficial. Exercise also directly boosts nitric oxide production, further supporting vascular health. Sleep. A lack of quality sleep is a major stressor on the body and has been directly linked to reduced insulin sensitivity and lower testosterone levels. Aiming for 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep per night is a non-negotiable for metabolic and hormonal health. Key. Nutrients. Magnesium. This mineral is crucial for the body's insulin receptors to function properly. Many people are deficient. Excellent sources include leafy greens like spinach, nuts, seeds, and beans. Zinc, essential for reproductive health and testosterone production. Oysters contain more zinc than any other food, but it's also found in red meat, poultry, and beans. Vitamin D, often called the sunshine vitamin, it plays a role in hormone synthesis. Fatty fish like salmon are a good source. By incorporating these lifestyle strategies, you create a powerful synergistic effect that amplifies the benefits of your healthy diet. CTA, call to action. Look, what we've talked about today goes way beyond just your erections. Building a better breakfast is the first step to taking back your metabolic health, which affects your energy, your brain power, and your risk for almost every major disease. This is about building a sustainable, healthy diet that serves you for a lifetime. I want to hear from you. Drop a comment below and tell me your go-to balanced breakfast. Let's share some ideas and help each other out. Your recipe could be the one that helps someone else turn their health around. And if you found this useful and want to keep learning how to optimize your health with natural remedies and immune-boosting foods, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell. We've got a lot more to cover, including the best supplements and lifestyle hacks to take your vitality to the next level. Conclusion. So let's wrap this up. The title of this video was meant to grab your attention, but the real message here is about empowerment. not fear. Your breakfast isn't destined to make you impotent, but a metabolically chaotic breakfast, built on the habit of eating sugar and carbs alone, is absolutely a piece of the puzzle. It creates a cascade of blood sugar spikes, insulin resistance, inflammation, and vascular damage that strikes at the very heart of erectile function. The villain was never the fruit. It was the formula. Starting tomorrow, stop letting your carbs fly solo. Build a breakfast that has your back one with protein, healthy fats, and fiber. Make this one simple change, and you won't just be protecting your performance in the bedroom. You'll be building a foundation for robust health for years to come. Your body and your partner will thank you.